Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Live at 7:55 for January 16th of 2017. Today we are going to talk about a topic that is obviously very on the minds of many people today, and that is Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. is known for his speech, good morning Casey, "I have a dream." It's an amazing speech, and if you haven't actually read the entire speech, I would encourage you to do so. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, honey. Today, I'm going to talk about not necessarily that speech from I Have a Dream, because that is something that everyone's thinking about today, but I want to cover another speech, another quote, I should say, given. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Martin. Good morning, John. Another quote from Martin Luther King Jr. Good morning, Brock. And that is, life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? End quote. That is Martin Luther King Jr.'s words. That's something I've tried to have foundational to me. Good morning, Shauna. Good morning, Jim. What are you doing for others? Now, that should be foundational for you. Give to live. Givers gain. My friend Dave Tournier turned me on to a book called The Go-Giver. And it was an amazing book, and I thoroughly recommend you pick it up and read it if you haven't had a chance to do so yet. But givers gain. And when you ask yourself that life's most persistent and urgent question, what are you doing for others? How can you stand in service? How can you help? You change not only your entire business, but you change your entire life. I know many people who are public givers, but I also know many people who are private givers, without any accolades, without any want for acceptance, without any necessary need for recognition whatsoever. So ask yourself today, how can you give? What are you doing for others? For me, it's many different ways. It's providing a place of employment for local people who want to get a start on life, who want to learn the ropes of business, who want to advance themselves in their passion. That's part of what I do. For me, it's writing articles. It's giving back to the industry that has made me and helped me grow as an individual. For me, it is, doing whatever I can to help. It could be just very simply, I remember my family and I went to donate our time to volunteer to hand out turkeys one year at Thanksgiving at a local, Goodwill center. And I would encourage you to do something similar. What are you doing for others? Foundational life question. Good morning, Jason. Thanks for joining me. Yes, and if you take Deb shopping, you will give enough, John. I want to end with another quote from something that someone that has been just vast knowledge to me. I'm a big believer, and one of my quotes is, find your mentor's mentor. That to me is a big deal. So for me, one of my mentors is Jeffrey Gitomer, who'll be speaking at Mobile Beat Las Vegas coming up here in March, and I'm very honored to be the opener before Jeffrey goes on stage. Good morning, Bradley. But Jeffrey's mentor was Charlie Tremendous Jones. If you haven't had a chance to look up Charlie Tremendous Jones, amazing writer, amazing speaker, amazing communicator. I encourage you to check out his book, Life's Tremendous, and others that he has written. But I want to give you one more piece here today, inspirational quote, if you will, before you move forward with your day. That's what Hashtag Live at 7:55 is all about, your daily motivational kickstart. Charlie Tremendous Jones wrote, "Things don't go wrong and break your heart so you can become bitter and give up. They happen to break you down and build you up so you can be all that you were intended to be." Things don't go wrong and break your heart so you can become bitter and give up. They happen to break you down and build you up so you can be all that you were intended to be. Great quote from Charlie Tremendous Jones. Think about that. Also think about Martin Luther King Jr.'s quote, "Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others?" That's today's Live at 7:55. I decided to take a step back from what we were going to do today and focus on Martin Luther King Jr. and a couple of quotes that weren't necessarily "I have a dream," but were still great motivational quotes for you. Good morning, Rob. Good morning, Marty. Tomorrow we're going to continue where we left off on Friday and talk about the devil is in the details. And I'm going to talk about how a horse-drawn carriage almost ruined a wedding. And then Wednesday, we're going to talk about never putting all your eggs in one basket. And we'll also talk about how a river is like your business plan. That's going to be later on in the week. Good morning, Tom. Thank you for joining us. Happy birthday yesterday, Tom. Thank you for joining us for hashtag Live at 7:55. I am Mitch Taylor. You can check me out at tailoredsales.com. You can also visit us at creatingconnections.biz, where certified personality trainer Vicky Musney and I have a weekly podcast. We're going to be speaking coming up next week in Salt Lake City. If you happen to be nearby, an ADJA chapter, feel free to stop on over and see us there. And we also have a conference coming up, Mobile Beat Las Vegas, in March. Looking forward to that. If you haven't had a chance to grab your ticket for Deep Dive, a completely different sales workshop experience coming from Vicky and I, get your tickets at deepdivemblv.eventbrite.com. If you've ever wanted to be a fly on the wall in another professional sales meeting, you have your opportunity with this workshop to see the interaction between client and salesperson, understand what happened when, why it happened, and how you can better your own process. We'll workshop through each component. It's going to be awesome. Looking forward to it. Thanks for joining me this morning. We'll see you tomorrow morning for Live at 7:55.